The O.J. Simpson trial captivated the nation, drawing intense scrutiny and speculation about the events surrounding the murders. Recently, unsettling details from Ron Goldman's autopsy report have emerged, shedding light on the horrific nature of his death. The report reveals graphic injuries that paint a chilling picture of the violence he endured. Among the findings were multiple stab wounds, indicating a brutal attack that left no doubt about the severity of the situation. The specifics of the injuries have left many, including O.J. Simpson's family, in disbelief. They were not prepared for the graphic nature of the report, which detailed the extent of the trauma inflicted on Goldman. As these details come to light, they raise further questions about the circumstances of that fateful night. The revelations from the autopsy report not only deepen the tragedy of Ron Goldman's death, but also add another layer of complexity to the already controversial case. The impact of these findings continues to resonate, leaving a lasting impression on all who followed the trial closely. Ron Goldman, born Ronald Lyle Goldman on July 2, 1968, in the United States, had a life shaped by his early experiences in Buffalo Grove, Illinois. Growing up in a family that faced challenges, he lived with his father, Frederick Goldman, and his younger sister after his parents divorced in 1974. This change in family dynamics influenced his upbringing and character. He attended Adlai E. Stevenson High School in Lincolnshire, Illinois, where he likely developed friendships and interests that would follow him into adulthood. After high school, he spent one semester at Illinois State University, exploring his academic options before making a significant move at the age of 18. He relocated to Southern California with his family, a decision that opened new opportunities for him. In California, he supported himself through various jobs, showcasing his independence and determination to carve out a life for himself. His journey reflects the complexities of growing up in a divided family and the pursuit of personal goals in a new environment. Ron was an active individual who embraced a vibrant lifestyle filled with various interests. He found joy in beach volleyball, relishing the sun and sand while engaging in friendly competition. Rollerblading was another passion of his, allowing him to enjoy the outdoors and stay fit. Nightclubs were a favorite haunt, where he could socialize and dance the night away. Professionally, Ron had a diverse career. He worked as an employment headhunter, helping people find jobs that suited their skills and aspirations. Additionally, he served as a tennis instructor, sharing his love for the sport with others. His experience as a waiter provided him with valuable customer service skills, and he occasionally dabbled in modeling, showcasing his charisma and charm. Before his untimely death, Ron had obtained a license to become an emergency medical technician, demonstrating his desire to help others in critical situations. However, he ultimately chose to pursue a career in the restaurant business. He had dreams of opening a bar or restaurant in Brentwood, inspired by the Egyptian symbol Ankh, which he envisioned as both the name and logo for his establishment. This symbol represented life and vitality, reflecting Ron's own zest for living. His aspirations were a testament to his entrepreneurial spirit and love for community engagement. Contrary to popular belief, Ron and Nicole Brown Simpson were only friends, having met just 6 weeks before their tragic deaths. Their connection began when Ron visited Nicole's home to return a pair of glasses she had left at the restaurant where he worked. This brief encounter led to a friendship that was cut short by a horrific event. Investigators later concluded that Ron was an unintended victim, killed as a consequence of his presence during the attack on Nicole. The circumstances surrounding their deaths were deeply tragic and highlighted the complexities of their lives. Nicole, who had been previously married to O.J. Simpson, found herself in a situation that escalated into violence. Ron's presence that night was purely coincidental, and he had no prior involvement in the tumultuous relationship between Nicole and O.J. The aftermath of their deaths sparked widespread media attention and public discourse about domestic violence and its tragic consequences. The narrative surrounding their relationship has often been misrepresented, overshadowing the reality of their brief friendship and the unfortunate events that unfolded that fateful night. Nicole Brown Simpson, who was O.J. Simpson's ex-wife, experienced a troubled marriage marked by repeated incidents of domestic violence. Throughout their relationship, Nicole faced numerous challenges, including fear for her safety. She called the police multiple times, with a significant event occurring in 1989 that should have led to Simpson's arrest. Despite the evidence of abuse, the legal system did not provide the protection she desperately needed. After finalizing her divorce in 1992, Nicole hoped for a fresh start, but O.J. continued to stalk, intimidate, and assault her. This ongoing harassment created a life filled with constant fear. Nicole had to carefully manage her interactions with him, always aware that any contact could lead to further violence. The emotional toll of this situation was immense, as she struggled to find peace while dealing with the repercussions of their tumultuous relationship. The cycle of abuse left a lasting impact on her life, shaping her experiences and interactions long after their marriage ended. On October 3, 1995, O.J. Simpson was acquitted of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman after a highly publicized and lengthy trial. This verdict shocked many and sparked intense debate across the United States. The trial was not just about the evidence presented. It also highlighted deep-seated issues related to domestic violence and racial tensions. Many people believed that the justice system had failed, particularly in how it handled cases involving domestic abuse. The trial was watched by millions, and the reactions were polarized. Some celebrated the verdict as a triumph of justice, while others viewed it as a failure to hold a celebrity accountable for his actions. In a subsequent civil lawsuit, the families of Goldman and Brown won a judgment against Simpson, awarding them $33.5 million in damages. However, Simpson never paid this judgment, which added to the controversy surrounding his case and left many feeling that justice was not fully served. The trial and its aftermath continue to resonate in discussions about race, celebrity, and the legal system in America. Ron Goldman's autopsy revealed multiple brutal stab wounds across his body, indicating a violent struggle. The report detailed injuries to his neck, face, ears, chest, thigh, hands, forearm, and abdominal area. The wounds to his neck and torso were determined to be fatal, highlighting the severity of the attack. Notably, the examination found numerous defensive wounds on his hands, face, and upper body, showcasing the ferocity of the assault he endured. These defensive wounds suggest that Ron fought fiercely for his life against his attacker, indicating a desperate struggle. The nature and location of the wounds paint a grim picture of the final moments of his life, reflecting not only the brutality of the attack, but also his determination to survive. The findings from the autopsy played a crucial role in understanding the circumstances surrounding his death, and contributed to the broader investigation into the events that transpired that night. The details of the autopsy report remain a significant aspect of the case, shedding light on the tragic end of Ron Goldman's life. Evidence suggests that Ron Goldman may have tried to intervene during the attack on Nicole Brown Simpson, potentially saving her or trying to protect her. A witness reported hearing shouting near the crime scene, which indicates that Ron was present and may have been attempting to help. His actions in those final moments highlight not only his bravery but also the tragic loss of a young man who was just 20 days away from his 26th birthday. This context adds a layer of poignancy to the events surrounding his death, as it reflects a selfless act in a moment of crisis. Ron's willingness to step in during such a dangerous situation speaks volumes about his character and the kind of person he was. The circumstances of his passing resonate deeply, reminding us of the fragility of life and the impact one individual can have in the face of violence. The narrative surrounding Ron Goldman is not just about the tragedy itself, but also about the heroism that can emerge in the darkest of times. Following O.J. Simpson's acquittal in the criminal trial, the Goldman and Brown families sought justice through a wrongful death lawsuit against him in 1997. This legal action stemmed from the tragic murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, which had captivated the nation. The lawsuit culminated in a significant judgment of $33.5 million against Simpson. However, despite this ruling, the families faced immense challenges in collecting any meaningful compensation from him. Simpson employed various legal strategies to avoid paying the awarded damages, leading to a prolonged and frustrating struggle for the Goldman family. Their quest for justice continued even after Simpson's death, highlighting the enduring impact of the case on the families involved. The legal battles not only underscored the complexities of civil litigation, but also reflected the deep emotional scars left by the tragic events. The pursuit of accountability remained a central theme in the lives of those affected by the case, as they navigated the difficult landscape of justice and remembrance. After the trial, O.J. Simpson faced a series of significant events that shaped his life. In 2008, he was incarcerated for an unrelated armed robbery in Las Vegas, where he was sentenced to 9 years in prison. This incident marked a new chapter in his life, as he navigated the complexities of incarceration. In 2017, he was granted parole, allowing him to re-enter society. However, his life post-incarceration remained controversial. Simpson continued to be a public figure, often in the spotlight, while dealing with ongoing legal and financial challenges. His past actions and the infamous trial continued to haunt him, affecting his reputation and personal life. In 2024, Simpson passed away, which reignited discussions about his unresolved financial obligations to the families of Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown. This situation raised questions about how his estate would be managed and what would happen to the debts he left behind, keeping his legacy a topic of public interest. Fred Goldman, Ron's father, remained dedicated to seeking justice for his son, even after Simpson's death. His commitment to this cause was unwavering, as he believed that Ron's life and the circumstances surrounding his death should not be forgotten. The Goldman family took significant steps to ensure that Ron's legacy would lead to positive change in society. They established the Ron Goldman Foundation for Justice, which focuses on advocating for victims' rights and raising awareness about domestic violence. This foundation provides essential support to victims and survivors of violent crimes, helping them navigate the challenges they face. Through various programs and initiatives, the foundation aims to educate the public about the impact of violence and the importance of justice for victims. Fred Goldman's tireless efforts reflect a deep love for his son and a desire to honor Ron's memory by making a difference in the lives of others affected by similar tragedies. The work of the Goldman family continues to inspire many as they strive to create a safer and more just society for all. Following the tumultuous life of O.J. Simpson, his legacy is closely tied to his 4 children. He had 2 children, Arnell and Jason, from his first marriage to Marguerite Whitley, and 2 more, Sydney and Justin, from his second marriage to Nicole Brown Simpson. The events surrounding their father's highly publicized trials had a profound impact on their lives. Arnell and Jason, in particular, faced intense media scrutiny and public attention, which shaped their experiences growing up. Despite the controversies that surrounded their father, Simpson's children have largely sought to maintain a level of privacy. They have chosen to lead lives away from the spotlight, focusing on their personal endeavors and family. This desire for privacy reflects their need to navigate the complexities of their father's legacy while forging their own paths. The challenges they face due to their father's notoriety have influenced their perspectives on fame and family, leading them to prioritize their well-being and personal lives over public recognition. Upon Simpson's death in 2024, attention turned to his estate and the potential for the Goldman and Brown families to finally collect on the $33.5 million judgment awarded in the wrongful death lawsuit. Legal experts speculated on the complexities of probate law and the challenges the families might face in securing any assets from Simpson's estate, given his history of financial maneuvering and the potential existence of trusts or other protective measures. The situation raised questions about the transparency of Simpson's financial dealings and whether he had taken steps to shield his assets from creditors. Many wondered if he had set up any trusts that could complicate the process for the Goldman and Brown families. The legal landscape surrounding probate can be intricate, often involving lengthy court battles and extensive documentation. As the families sought justice, they faced the daunting task of navigating a system that could be influenced by Simpson's past actions. The outcome remained uncertain, leaving many to ponder the implications for both the families and the legacy of O.J. Simpson. The public and media reaction to O.J. Simpson's life and the trials that followed his actions captivated interest across the nation. The extensive media coverage surrounding the case was unprecedented, leading to a surge in documentaries, books, and television series that explored various aspects of his life and the legal battles he faced. This intense scrutiny highlighted the deep societal divisions regarding race, justice, and domestic violence. Many viewed the trial as a reflection of broader issues within American society, where race relations and perceptions of the legal system were brought to the forefront. The media's portrayal of Simpson, both as a celebrated athlete and a controversial figure, sparked debates that resonated with audiences. The case's impact on American culture and legal discourse remains significant, as it continues to influence discussions about race and justice in contemporary society. The ongoing fascination with Simpson's story illustrates how deeply intertwined celebrity, media, and societal issues can be, leaving a lasting mark on public consciousness.